This is Tim Albright with AVNation, previewing CEDIA Expo 2021 live and in person for the first time in a year and a half, thanks to the pandemic. But we are back in Indianapolis at the Indiana Convention Center, downtown Indy, September 1st through the 3rd. With me to talk about Hunter Douglas and their booth is Mr. Scott Stevenson from Hunter Douglas. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
So you guys are in booth 5656, 5656. Pretty easy to remember.
Yeah.
But Scott, if somebody's not familiar with you or hasn't been to one of your booths in a while, we walk into Hunter Douglas, and what are we going to find?
Yeah, well, honestly, you probably haven't been to one of our booths in a while. It's been close to 10 years since Hunter Douglas exhibited with our own booth at CEDIA. 2 years ago in Denver, we just had a small kiosk in the Control 4 booth. So this is kind of our first real return to CEDIA on our own, and we're really excited about it. We've really made a concerted effort over the last 2-3 years here to re-engage with the CI world. There's no doubt that we had kind of dropped out of that world for a little while, but made a big push and seen a lot of results of that. So we're very excited to be at CEDIA this year. In terms of what you'll see, we're going to have a really good collection of a variety of our different shade types. Certainly we are known throughout the industry as having the broadest selection of different types of shades, as well as the broadest fabric selection available. So you'll really get to have an idea of what we mean when we talk about that, really going beyond just the roller shade. And, we'll be showing off a couple of things that a lot of folks really haven't seen in person necessarily, because we launched them last year in July, but obviously no CEDIA last year. So our PowerView Plus system, which is our wired control based system, PowerView has been our automation system for our shades since 2015, but it's always been an RF based system. So last year we launched PowerView Plus, which is a wired control version of it. So we're looking forward to showing that off. We'll also have our rechargeable battery wand, which again we launched last year in July. So looking forward to that. Also going to be highlighting a couple of things that are more like features and services available to our CI dealers. One of them is Hunter Douglas Installation Services, which that's where dealers can actually do the measuring and the installation of the shades through us. It allows dealers to really focus on what they do best, which is selling and integration, and offload the biggest risk item of shades, which is that measuring and installation side of it, to us, and we take that on. So we'll be showcasing that. Also, we're going to have a demo of our mobile selling app, and our mobile selling app, what we call it's the Link is the official name, but it's an iPad-based app that really allows you to be in front of your customer and walking them through all the various options, choosing different fabrics, all that kind of stuff, generating a quote right there on site, and you can even get your customer to sign off on the quote immediately on the iPad if you want. So a really cool solution. But just a great variety of selection of products and some cool services for our dealers, and we think it's going to be a fun show.
Absolutely. Scott, it's been said to me from friends of mine who are in the CI channel that shades are one of those parts of residential AV where the residential part really kind of comes to play, right? That's one of the areas that the folks that in that channel, in that CI channel, really kind of get to differentiate themselves from, somebody who's just coming in and hanging speakers, or just somebody who's coming in and hanging a TV. Talk for a second. If somebody is a dealer and they haven't looked at shades, right? They haven't looked at that as a market that they look to as a revenue source. Talk for a second about why they should.
Yeah, absolutely. I think a few things come to mind. Certainly, one is window shades are a really high revenue, high margin opportunity. So quite frankly, if you're not doing window coverings, you're leaving a lot of money on the table. And the simple reality is, Window treatments are not a nice to have in your house. They're a must have. People might say, you know what, maybe we're going to forego the theater, or maybe we're going to go with a slightly smaller TV or something like that. But they're not going to say, you know what, we're just not going to put any shades on those bedroom windows. It just doesn't happen. So if you're not getting the business, somebody else is. The other thing that I would say is, a lot of CI dealers for many years, of course, have been doing lighting control, but that really, by definition, is, or the way that we talk about it, is artificial lighting control.
Yeah.
And if you're not controlling the natural light as well, are you really doing the full thing of lighting control? And I would argue you're not. And by combining those two elements together and really balancing them, you can provide a lighting environment for your consumers that really elevates their space.
Perfect. Absolutely. Well, Scott, we appreciate it. We can find out more at your booth, 5656. 5656 is where we will find Scott and the rest of the folks from Hunter Douglas at CEDIA Expo, September 1st through the 3rd. But Scott, not everybody in the world is going to go to CEDIA. So if they're not and they want to connect with you, how do they do that?
Yeah, easy. If you want to connect with me directly, just scott.stevenson, that's Stevenson with a PH, at hunterdouglas.com. You can also find me on LinkedIn. It's Scott E. Stevenson on there. And pretty much either of those are a great way to get to me.
All right, very good. And obviously for Hunter Douglas, website's pretty easy, hunterdouglas.com. So Scott, Thank you so much. For us, for AVNation, you can also join us at our website, avnation.tv. That's avnation.tv, and follow along as we also hit CEDIA Expo 2021, September 1st through the 3rd in beautiful downtown Indianapolis. All that and more at avnation.tv. It's avnation.tv.